Welcome to Taxi Driver from 1976. Pretty overrated movie, but I'm going to walk through it. And onto the movie, as you see the eyes of the protagonist driving around the rain with these bright and neon-looking environment lights. And music by Bernard Herrmann, Hitchcock movies, and directed by Martin Scorsese. So now the neon environment is out of the way. Now this taxi company, well, why do you think the movie is called Taxi Driver? Or I think this is actually an employment office. And we now see the protagonist, Travis Bickle, played by Robert De Niro. So Travis has insomnia and can't sleep at night and will ride anywhere and will work nights. And this guy here is seeking employment for Travis, played by Joe Spinell, who was in Rocky, who played Mr. Gazzo. Came out in the same year, 1976.
How's your driving record? It's clean. It's real clean, like my pants. Are you gonna break my chops?
Yeah, pretty funny there. And writes down his credentials, and Travis mentions he was in the Marines, and so was Joe Spinell here, and all Travis wants is to work long hours, especially at night. And we even see Frank Vincent's lookalike here from the side there wearing a fancy shirt. You know, Joe Pesci killing the guy from the bar in Goodfellas, you remember that movie. So Travis walks out after taking a good look of the cab station, drinking his whiskey, and he's back journaling his time as a taxi driver, and a nice shirt. So now on the job, as he continues to narrate that only bad people come out at night, and continues to narrate, and stumbles upon his first customer, or fare, an old man and his sugar baby. Yeah, it's relatable with what you see on the internet today, but as you grow older, all this just makes total sense now. Like most of the stuff that you see on the internet has always been around, even before the internet, but you just don't know about it till later on. So Travis is done for the night, or for the day, since he can't sleep at night.
Turn the cab to the garage, you have to clean the cum off the back seat.
Well, that's disgusting. So he walks home and just gotta love the 70s, no technology, no internet, but at the same time, there were struggles there. So the next scene, Travis, being any man in general, is feeling horny and goes down to the local porn movie theater.
I'd like to know what your name is. What's your name?
Give me a break.
Well, some things remain forever, and she's actually Robert De Niro's ex-wife in real life. He married her after this movie, I believe. I forget her name. So Travis wants some snacks, and that comes to $1.85. What? $2 for all this stuff? And watches the guy jerking off on the movie screen. So Travis is back at home, daydreaming about a girl he drove past by sometimes earlier, and now camera walk of all the New Yorkers. Here she is, the girl that Travis has been thinking about. Betsy, played by Sybil Shepherd.
Filthy mess. She is alone.
And we even see the director, Martin Scorsese, in the background. And now, ever since the 2000s, like Departed decade, him and Woody Allen have looked like twin brothers since then. And they're both from New York, too. So Travis continues to journal about Betsy, and she works at a campaign office for Charles Palantine, a presidential candidate. Well, he's a senator right now. And we even see this guy working there, Tom, played by Albert Brooks, whose real name is Albert Einstein. Well, what do you know? And after speaking on the phone, Betsy's now calling him over and talk about what should be put emphasis more on the campaign. And now melts over Charles Palantine, who we will see later.
Intelligent, interesting, fresh, fascinating.
Forgot sexy.
Man, I did not forget sexy.
So Tom is a simp, and the two spot Travis Bickle staring, especially at Betsy. So being feared to be called anything, Travis just drives off, and he goes back to work since it's nighttime, and busy with the theme playing. This is one of the things I love about this movie, is the theme of Taxi Driver. So Travis keeps driving around, noticing the nightlife of 1970s New York. Along the way, he picks up fares as the money meter changes amounts every time. So Travis stops her at this mini cafe and pushes this drugged guy out of the way, and sees some other taxi drivers on break, one of them being Wizard, played by Peter Boyle, and tells the story how he fucked one of his women fares.
And I jump in the back seat and I whip it out. I said, you know what this is? She says, it's love.
And Travis looks very lost, maybe because of no sleep, and Travis tells his crazy fare story too. And now Doughboy here, another one of the taxi drivers, asks Travis if he carries a gun, to prevent future crazy affairs. So Doughboy is back and shows him that he has a piece of Errol Flynn's bathtub. The Australian actor, if you didn't know, and lets him have it if he can sell it so Doughboy and him can share profit, but Travis says no. So back at the campaign office, Betsy and Tom having a minor conversation, and just talk about literal nonsense as Betsy just likes to waste time here. And Travis, as usual, staring, but this time actually makes a move and wants to ask out Betsy, all suited up with his red blazer and checkered shirt.
Because I think that you are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Thanks. But what do you think of Palantine?
So obviously she asks Travis some pretty sensitive questions about the campaign because, she's not stupid, and Travis plays along, and we even see jealous Tom standing at the back watching the whole thing. He does ask her out for coffee and pie and asks, and as always continues to ask questions, but Travis does get lucky, and Tom should be taking notes if he wanted to ever get with Betsy. So wow, good job, Travis, and it actually worked. And now it's 4 p.m. like she said she was going to get off work, and the two are at the cafe having coffee and pie.
I should get one of those signs that says one of these days I'm going to get organized.
You mean organized? Oh, you mean organized, like those little signs they have in offices that say FIMC?
Okay, that was weird. Just by looking at the way he, changed his eyes here and there. And of course, she has to bring up the campaign for Charles Palantine and changes the conversation right away. And Travis including Tom in the discussion since he thinks Tom has a lot of problems and there's no connection between Betsy and Tom. And is too direct here too that he doesn't like Tom at all. I can tell by the way you then want him around, and asks her out again to a movie some other time. And Travis being insulted using a Chris Christopherson song reference made by Betsy. At least he thinks it's an insult. So Travis doesn't know who that is. Neither did I until I watched Blade. In the next scene, he actually does buy a Chris Christopherson vinyl record and just can't stop thinking about the movie date with Betsy since it's on his day off. And he forgot to ask her for her last name. And picking up these two fares, he instantly recognized one being Charles Palantine, played by Leonard Harris.
I'm one of your biggest supporters, I tell everybody that comes in this taxi that they have to vote for you. Travis?
So he's doing all this for Betsy, but Travis doesn't know anything about politics, but he does passionately mention one thing, which is about filth in the country, and has made it to the stop and shakes Palantine's hand and drives off. And stops here in the neighborhood, and we see this little girl, played by Jodie Foster, who will come back later in the movie, as this guy takes her out of the cab, who will also come back later on and pays Travis a $20 bill, and drives away, and these teenagers throwing junk at Travis's cab. So dropping off the taxi in the morning, and now walks to his movie meetup with Betsy, with a tie too this time. It has a present for Betsy, which is the same Chris Christopherson vinyl record he bought. And the two walk past his Gene Krupa wannabe, he's a drummer from the 1930s, 1940s, and takes Betsy to an actual movie theater with porn movies being played on the display sign. She's in for a ride, and even tells her that all the adults watched the movies here. And the two sit, and the movie plays in Swedish, and we see a lot of sensitive shots in the movie which I won't show. And Betsy leaves out of disgust and calls for a cab.
Can I call you? Jesus Christ, I got a taxi,
So the next day, Travis calls Betsy to apologize for the movie, and at this point, Travis should just give up since she hung up already, and continues to call her, even sends her flowers. Pathetic, man. No point talking to her anymore. Let's move on. So back in his apartment, journaling with all those other flowers he's supposed to send Betsy, but he's not going to. And the next day, he actually goes to see Betsy, and Tom is there holding back Travis, and he's angry that he's not getting any callbacks from her. And he returns on his calls.
Okay, keep your hands up, okay? Then just leave. All right, just leave there. There's a cop across the street. You're like the rest of them.
So he leaves, and after Tom tries to call the police and says all women are the same, but he moves on with this fare and doesn't want Travis to turn off the meter since he's fine paying for whatever amount that it maximizes to. And he's played by the director Martin Scorsese of the movie. And we saw him earlier in the movie. Maybe that was just him hanging out, like any ordinary New Yorker.
Put the meter back.
Let the numbers go on. I don't care what I have to pay. I'm not getting out.
And tells Travis to stop here and to just sit, and points out at the light of the apartment on the second floor next to him and asks him if he sees a woman at the window, and it's DeFair's wife, and tells Travis he's cheating on her with a black guy. And Martin Scorsese is going to kill his wife here with a .44 Magnum pistol in the movie. It looks like you watched Dirty Harry.
That's my wife. That, you should see what a .44 Magnum is going to do to a woman. You should see.
And now back at this cafe, and we see Wizard and Doughboy again having more crazy customer stories. And Travis is here too, listening from the other table. And a lot of the stuff I can't play, so watch it on your own. And Charlie T wants the $5 back from Travis that he had loaned, and now wants to talk to Wizard and catches troublemakers staring. But Travis really wants him and Wizard to have a fun night out sometime, but tells Travis this instead.
I envy you. Go on, get laid. Get drunk, do anything.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So Travis is back at home, and we see an interview of Senator Charles Palantine for the presidency, eating whatever Travis is mixing up. Looks weird, but he's broke, he's got to eat whatever he can. So back on the job, as Travis drives past the Palantine campaign office again, and he sees that Betsy isn't there. And the day comes to an end in the same neighborhood. And the little girl here says she's being followed and Travis is watching her, but something is off with the little girl here. But we'll find out later, since she and a friend go off with these two guys here. So back with Travis journaling again, he even has the Palantine campaign sticker on his wall too. Picked up by Doughboy here with a salesman named Easy Andy. I mean, that's pretty sketchy, but he's actually a gun salesman, and after a Martin Scorsese scene earlier, Travis is very interested in having a gun. I think Travis watched Death Wish for sure from 1974. Maybe that's why he's buying a gun. Now he takes a look at 38 Magnum, a smaller gun, and we have this FPS video game shot here, testing the gun in his hand, aiming at the window, and even looks at the gun, the one James Bond uses. At least it looks like it. And Travis wants to buy all of it, and the salesman also offers Travis a bunch of drugs if he's interested. And now he's getting annoying.
Crystal meth. I can get you crystal meth. Nitrous oxide. How about that? How about a Cadillac? I get you a brand new Cadillac with the pink slip for $2,000.
Seriously, Cadillac for $2,000? My oh my. And he's working out since he's 26 years old right now, and he wants to be ready whenever trouble comes. So push-ups, pull-ups, shooting range, and back at the theater. And now back at home with a montage of him building ways of carrying his weapons that he bought for the next few minutes. Now at the Palantine campaign spot with both Betsy and Tom managing it, as Travis is here wearing another one of his Marines jackets and stands next to the Secret Service guy and looks like he got a haircut. And he has a weird conversation with the Secret Service guy here and pretends he's interested in being one of the Secret Service agents, being part of the Secret Service team, and now takes Travis's address and lies about it.
My name is Henry Crinkle, Krinkle.
Henry Crinkle, that's funny. And he just leaves, and here comes Senator Charles Palantine. Well, what a useless conversation that Travis had. He just went there to waste time. Oh well, it's a movie. So now for the famous scene in the movie.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
And back outside as Travis is now at the convenience store to pick up some stuff, and now a stick up as Travis shoots a stick up guy from behind, and the shopkeeper tells Travis he can run off and he'll beat the stick up guy to death while saying something in Italian. And Travis is back at home with his .44 Magnum in his hand while watching a dancing show with the song playing. And now back outside as we hear an announcement like a message about a poet named Walt Whitman who sounds important. It's actually Senator Palantine at another one of his campaign meetups, as Travis narrates about his visiting his father and mother, wishing a happy anniversary to his father and mother, and months go by in the movie.
I am healthy and well and making lots of money. I have been going with a girl for several months and
Seriously, why are you lying, man? So a cop is here wanting Travis to leave since he can't park here, and yeah, he got another haircut, as Travis is back at home reading the letter. He was narrating previously, which is from an anniversary card. With this TV program on, Travis is once again back home and broke his only TV. So Travis, being bored, is back in the same neighborhood where he saw the little girl and walks next to her since he wants some action. But she tells him to talk to a Matthew first here, where he can get some action from. And he's played by Harvey Keitel.
Shit, you're a real cowboy.
And Matthew thought Travis was a cop at first and even now mentions his prices in order to get action. And he recommends the same little girl, and her name is Iris, and she is 12 years old. Damn. And lets Travis go off with her. And Travis has to pay $10 for the room, so Travis, already being scared to be in the same room with a 12-year-old girl, just keeps asking if she's really 12, wasting paid time. And Travis asks for her name. She says her name is Easy, but she really tells him her real name is Iris. Like I just said, her being used to prostitution, she just does what she's used to, and Travis wants to help her get out of here. And he reminds her the day when she came to this cab and makes an excuse that she was stoned. Maybe she was really stoned.
So long, Iris. See you tomorrow.
But she wants to be helped, and the two will go to breakfast tomorrow. And even pays the old here for going over the time limit. So the two are at the diner for a breakfast, and Travis tells her that this is what a 12-year-old girl shouldn't do, being a prostitute, and she should be in school since she ran away from home and her parents hate her. Calls Matthew Sport as a nickname, and tells Travis she'll just leave since Matthew and the old have other girls, and oh yeah, she has a strong passion for astrology. Makes up he's a narc, and the taxi job is part-time. And Travis will give her money to leave. And now for the plan is Travis will wait outside, and Matthew and Iris are dancing. Of course, the two are going to dance to the theme of Taxi Driver. And I'll skip the rest of that, and Travis is back shooting at the range and now burns these flowers, meant for Betsy, and is ready for the job to take Iris out of Matthew's prostitute ring. And even with a death note, thinking he's not going to come back after all this. And now at Charles Palatine's victory speech, as he won a seat in line if he were to become president of the United States. So that's what they're celebrating for. And Travis is back too, watching from a distance, and he cut most of his hair off. So he's back at home getting ready for the next part of the plan, and another creepier to see Iris. Man, that is disgusting. It's night now as we now see this.
Fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. Suck on this. Hey!
So good riddance of Matthew, and goes in to shoot the old on his hand, but more of this. And even the client comes out and shoots Travis Bickle and finally kills the old guy here. How did Travis remain alive after all that shooting with the bullet in his neck? And the cops are now here. And with the heavy version of the Taxi Driver theme playing and all the guns Travis used to kill the three creeps, who knows if Travis Bickle even lives. And the next day we hear the narration of Iris' dad, Mr. Steensma, happy to say good things about Travis Bickle, and there's no way to repay him for his work of bringing Iris back to them, and we see newspaper clippings of Travis's good deed. And if Travis is ever in Pittsburgh, I'm guessing Pennsylvania, he is welcome at Iris's home, signed Bert and Ivy Steensma. And back to reality, Travis Bickle lived and reunited with Wizard, Doughboy, and Charlie T. But Travis has a affair now, and guess who's back?
Hello, Travis.
Hello.
And she's the affair, and she can't stop staring at him, and that she's read about him in the papers, and lets her not pay for the fare, and that is Taxi Driver from 1976.
How much was it?
Great movie, and this kind of movie cannot be made today. Enjoy what's in the past, okay? This stuff will not come back. I'll see you next time in Reservoir Dogs from 1992. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Take care, see you soon, and watch away. And that's it for me.